This review contains spoilers. We start at the scene when Ezra tells everyone that there is no miracle healer. Ezra tells the group he understands animals, and Callum tells the others that Ezra is lying and that he had a negative experience. They continue the journey. They come to an area where they hear some strange noises. Raider checks it out and finds a person wrapped up in spiderweb. Rayla cuts it open to free the person, but it crumbled to dust. After a while, the group gets attacked by a gigantic spider. Ezra recognizes that this spider isn't real because of his skill of understanding animals. Ezra proves that he said the truth through confronting the spider. When they arrive at the tree, the moon starts shining bright and a bird and an elf show up. They find out that the elf is not a miracle healer, but an illusionist. The Moon Mage tells them that the dragon in the egg has to hatch, but sky dragons can only be born in the eye of a storm. Callum takes his primal orb and throws it on the floor. The storm in the orb gets released and the dragon can hatch. The dragon tells Ezra its name and then it tells the wristband of Rayla apart. Meanwhile, Claudia and Soren are on their way to the mountain. Arrived at the top, Claudia casts her spell. Now they can follow the magical trail. The spell gets cast to the group and the Moon Mage looks worried at the group. Oh wow, that was an episode. Let's start with the things I liked. That is the short part. I like the part when Rayla leaves the group to check out if someone is in trouble. She finds a person wrapped in spiderweb. The person tells her to turn back and Rayla wants to rescue her. Rayla opens it and everything that remains is dust. And that was a pretty cool and creepy scene. I really liked it. The scene when Rayla saved the egg in the storm was very awesome. She couldn't hold it at the lake, but now she gives everything to save it. Her hands even get hurt, but she didn't let it go. It had something of a little redemption story, and that was what I really liked about it. Now the ugly part. The episode starts with Ezra's new superpower. But don't worry, we get an exposition sentence from Calum, which shows us that he does have this superpower since he is a kid. And it seems that Ezra only one time tried to prove to Calum that he understands animals. Is it not more likely that Ezra would try to convince Calum? And why do we need this superpower anyways? I think the reason is they had to find a cheap way to deal with the spider. This would be less of an eye roll moment if they would have shown it in the first episodes to set this up. I'm meaning the superpower of Ezra. Rayla then says that she believes him, but that it's hard to believe. Harder to believe than a ninja elf? Harder to believe than magic? Harder to believe than glowing dragon eggs? Harder to believe than dark magic? I do not like things like this. A magical world in which everything seems to be possible, but then you have something like talking to animals and nobody believes it for some reason. And one of the reasons Callum thinks he is lying is because he thinks Ezra is afraid to go up the mountain. Who jumped in the frozen lake without any doubt? So why this reasoning? And Callum makes no sense whatsoever. He's really mean to him, which makes no sense in my opinion. We always got the vibe he cares deeply for him. Oh my god, and the dance. Oh my god, the dance. That was painful. That was Literally painful. Okay, not literally, but it was painful. The group now talks with Lucane, the Moon Mage. She tells her the reason for the so-called miracle healing. It's because humans would have trouble accepting her with one leg less. Which isn't true. Alice's father said they have not enough food for everyone. Not because she will not be accepted. And the next super thing she says is that the wolf never needed the fourth leg to be happy. Okay, I cannot say anything against this, but she needed the fourth leg to save Alice and Callum. She needed the fourth leg for running away from the huge leech. She needed the fourth leg to carry Alice and Callum. She needed the fourth leg for running up the wall like Spider-Wolf. So okay, you don't need 4 legs to be happy, but you need 4 legs to save everyone. So Lucien takes away the moonstone collar from the wolf. Does have Ava, that's the wolf's name, has to run around with 3 legs now? Isn't that a bit strange? But maybe the wolf gets back the collar. And oh my god, the dance. Oh my god, this freaking dance. After this, they talk about the dragon egg. Lucien tells them that the egg has to be hatched. But this is only possible in a storm. So Callum has the brilliant idea to throw the primal stone on the floor and the storm occurs. Why didn't he ask the mage next to him what would happen? Why didn't he ask her if this would work? Why did he endanger everyone around him, including the egg? I get what they wanted to do. It should be a sacrifice for him because he thinks he is nothing without his ball, but it is very clumsy made. So the dragon prince is born. What is the first thing the little dragon does? He tears apart the wristband Rayla struggled with. The annoying thing is for me that you have this plot point throughout the whole season. And you would think that there will be some meaningful conclusion behind this. But no. Lucky Runan, I guess. I hope he will not lose his arm in the coin. So, and in the end, we see evil Viren. I mean, for some reason, he doesn't change back to regular human form. We saw that he uses in episode 5 these butterflies to get into his normal form. But I guess now that we know that he is the bad boy, it doesn't matter because of the revealed secret. Wouldn't this be not a bad look for him when some of the guards see him? The biggest problem in my opinion are the humor and the tone. Sometimes the humor is charming and it kind of works, but more often it fails to be amusing. And what I mean by tone is that you could have very good and tense moments, but for some reason we almost never get the option to staying in the moment, letting it breathe. They do after almost everything thrilling, exciting, a scene with a joke, and a bad one. We have here also the problem that there are far too many lucky coincidences. That Claudia used the Primal Stone, that Callum still did, that he can use it. Without this freaking stone, the dragon would die. Also, how they set some things up. The best example is in this episode that Ezran can understand animals. The show wants to make some statement about handicaps, which is okay. But they made it worse and it does not make a lot of sense in the context. Like the leg of the wolf, the mute Amaya, or the hurt feelings of Rayla because Callum said to Amaya that Rayla is a monster. Did she forget that she wanted to kill Ezran on the same day? But yeah, bad Callum. And Callum is the biggest problem for me. He seems to be a deeply caring brother and would give his life for his stepbrother. But then you have so often moments when he is in a bad mood or so, which appears to be out of character. This show does have also good things. Ezran, Bait and Rayla are all good characters. The character scenes work often well. You have often setups and payoffs. The action scenes are very well done. And the art style, the creatures and the environment look gorgeous. The voice acting is also very good. It has a lot of potential and maybe they tried to find out what does work and what's not. Maybe in season 2 they know what they wanna do, they know maybe what works and the pacing could be better. We will see. If I would have to give it a number, then I would give it a 5.5. This freaking dance. This freaking dance ruined so much for me in this episode. If you can get used to the animation style and you can see past the problems this show has, and you want to have something easy and not demanding on you, you may enjoy this. So give it a try. So, that was my review of episode 9. What did you think about this episode? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. Have a nice one. Take care. Bye. And oh my god, the dance. Oh my god, this freaking dance.